Okay, I've got to admit that Nintendo surprised me this past Friday. Seriously, I've been looking forward to Blaster Master since launch, and holy sh... The only game I expected to purchase was Blaster Master Zero, and that's a subject for another video. But not only did that come out, but also some choice Neo Geo titles and VOEZ. Originally something exclusive to the iOS and Android phones and tablets, VOEZ is a rhythm game that has flown under the radar in terms of promotion as a console title, and that's a shame, because it's pretty darn great. Normally, I give you a quick rundown of the game's story, but this is a rhythm game, so just kidding. Like Rayark's previous games, there's one present, and it's incredibly obtuse. Taking the form of a diary containing journal entries and SMS conversations, VOEZ follows a group of musically talented teens through various events that bring them together to form a band. Only many of the entries have really nothing to do with any of that, with their musical escapades mostly taking a backseat to Chelsea wanting to bake pastries or impulsively run away from or into problems. You know, like an actual teenager. If you enjoy Asian drama, then this might be your thing, but I was personally expecting something along the lines of Beck, or maybe even lighter fare like K-On! It's still interesting and worth a read, but beware the downright awful translation from Chinese and complete lack of exposition on some of the diary entries, outright requiring that you visit the official website to learn more about the setting. On the bright side, you won't be left in the dark if you're like me and don't completely feel capable of completing the more difficult unlock requirements. Also, the story is incomplete and ongoing, but upcoming free DLC may fix that. None of that is of any consequence for a rhythm game though, and I'm sure all you really need to know is how well VOEZ's mechanics stand up under scrutiny. Well, the answer to that is quite well. As standard for any game of this type, notes scroll from the top of the screen to the bottom where they must be tapped, held, swiped, or slid at a precise time. Performing these actions nets the player points, and 3 or more presses counts as a combo. The closer to the beat you are on each note, the better the note's rating, and ultimately, the better your score will be. Maintaining the combo throughout the song will also automatically net you the highest rating, so regardless of your overall skill, you can look like a beast if you hit every note. The main difference here is that the note highways shift and move to the beat. They're an integral element of each song arrangement, adding onto and subtracting from each other, and sometimes sliding upon hitting swipe notes. These changes further differentiate songs from one another, and are a fresh take on a gameplay element most rhythm action enthusiasts take for granted. A downside is that, for a concept as unique as this, execution of it in full force is relegated to the special difficulty setting. Then again, it's hard as balls, so maybe that's a good thing. The music selection runs the gamut of genres, which can be a positive or a negative considering how much variety you want in your rhythm games. There are light and airy tracks, electronic mixes, and pop songs in different Asian languages and English, but song quality amongst the 129 songs is all over the place. I didn't personally like every song, and I feel tolerance of those you don't like goes a long way towards pushing to master them. You can't even sort the songs by genre or single out your favorites to jump straight into them. Those are glaring omissions, especially when a typical rhythm game nowadays sticks to a single musical genre. None of the songs last longer than 3 minutes, however, so they won't grate on your nerves too much, and you'll be focused more on getting that full perfect combo anyway. The UI is decent, focusing a great deal on diamonds, and the artist or team of artists utilize great coloring and drawing style with bright hues to contrast with all the melodrama going on in the story. There are also multiple avatars that can be purchased using keys you earn when completing milestones, but I have a thing for girls with glasses, so this one stays. And that's it, everyone. VOEZ is a fresh take on a well-worn genre that anyone with even a cursory interest in it will enjoy. There are translation issues and some missteps in song choice and sorting, but the strong gameplay elements keep this title elevated, especially on a system starving for content at the moment. Compared to the cost of the entire track catalog on mobile devices, $25 for a game with this amount of content is a steal, making recommending this game easy. If you're the owner of a Nintendo Switch, or even if you haven't tried it on your phone, this is a voice you want in your ear.